Good News Jim.
That's me.
So I don't know if you know this.
I'm Good News
but
Jim.
Good News Jim was the father of the smartphone.
That's true. It's true.
He actually.
No kidding.
Yeah. So alleged.
Take a bow.
He says, but I think I looked it up. I spoke to him way before this.
Wow.
And I looked it up that and he got screwed.
Yeah, I did.
If he really pursued, he'd probably get a lot of money. I don't know.
Yeah,
why
billions. We're talking like the world's
Man,
biggest
time for you
lawsuit.
to find an intellectual property attorney.
Me and Lance can come get your 6, and
They got my 6, man.
We'll help you pursue it. Damn, I just got a crack in my ear. What the hell just happened?
You get shouted out by 5,000
Anyway.
viewers stream here.
Yeah, you definitely want to pursue that. I mean, if you actually have any kind of patents or intellectual
It's
property,
copyrights. Everything is
you
code.
would need
It's copyrighted.
process patents.
100 copyrights. Steve Jobs used my phone
But the
rights.
point would be, those technical patents, if you have anything like that in hand, would be extremely valuable. You just
I
have to-
invalidate
you have
all
to
of
go through
Apple
the
and Google's
enforcement
patents.
action.
Nearly
And
all
I'm
of
sure
them.
a lot of people would take that on contingency. A lot of attorneys would. So, Jim, you definitely should pursue that.
Thank you,
You know, it's kind
Lance.
of a
Thank you, Lance.
gift and a curse. You know, I was talking to my wife last night that social media and electronic phones have really started to debilitate the younger people. They have lost their ability to really communicate in a normal manner.
Yeah.
You guys remember we used to go out to the bars and restaurants and clubs. Nobody had a smartphone. We would all there be, talking at our tables or our VIP tables or at the bar with our friends and family. Now everybody's so busy looking to see if they got some likes, shares, or taking pictures of their dessert to post that they forget communicating like normal people. It's kind of a shame. It really is.
Lance, keep going. Let me take care of something.
All right. So I got shouted out by this 5,000 person stream. They love me. They know. They love me. They know I'm the real deal. I think I might have. Got to reconnect. They know I'm the real deal, the smartphone inventor. Everybody sees my designs, know I'm the smartphone inventor. I showed over 100 people on the street. Like, Jim, you got to take Apple and Google the lawsuit. I'm like, hey, you know what? I could have sued them a long time ago. I could have sued them for hundreds of millions of dollars a long time ago, but I didn't because I'm not about money. I designed the smartphone knowing it would lead to the surveillance state. Like, I knew it would lead to the surveillance state. Going on. So I knew the smartphone would lead to the surveillance state, right? I knew it because I saw it was all ubiquitous. You could carry it around, have global positioning system on that. I said, well, you know what? I could either like not design this because I'm a master designer. I could either not design this, or I could just say I'll design it really well, preserve the river quiet. So when the time comes to fight for free speech and freedom around the world, well, I have it in my pocket, right? So you're talking with someone who doesn't care about money. I care about your freedom. I care about love. I care about everybody out there having a good time. We got to stay away from that bootstrap in 1984 Orwellian stuff, you know? We have to, and I'll show you my website so you know what I'm talking about. I'm not just joking. You can see the website, some of the things yourself. You can see some of the things you want at techiform.com. Steve Jobs used papers. He didn't just, he stole the word virtual keyboard, right? He used the word virtual keyboard. Cell phones, Palm can exchange information with the phone. Warren Buffett selling a stock because of me. This happened because of me. 3-button nav. European unions fined regulated Apple because I was emailing him about it. What's got going on? Stock crash of what is it? Stock crash of March 5th. In large part me. And there's one more thing. Oh, Sam Altman, OpenAI deal. Sam Altman mentioned my liability of Apple, right? So why didn't they just pay me? Why didn't Tim Cook, when he learned about me, why don't he just pay the wages owed to me, right? Well, he's trying to play tyrant. He's trying to push anti-free speech. He's trying to push Nazism, right? So Tim Cook is paid by the WEF, and everybody knows the WEF is anti-free speech, totalitarianism, and they'd rather bankrupt. They'd rather run a risk of bankrupting Apple than they would of having a guy like me, a guy who wants your freedom to be recognized for inventing the smartphone. So right there, the app stores over here invented. Distributing additional programs, quality control programs for people, freeware and paid software. Yes, I invented the App Store. I invented the alerts. I invented the cell phone, the Palm+, the cell phone, wireless access, the watch, smartwatch. I got to trace the glasses, Google Visor. Here, Apple came in the Carnegie Mellon in 2005. Google came for smartphone applications. I invented the question mark, the circle with the question mark, the tip icon. That was me. What else you got going on? Fuzzy search was me. You didn't come up until Google until 2006. Chromecast, display jack to VHS. Turn your cell phone so you can display movies on your TV. There's jokes all over the place, you know. So 3-button navigation with me, App Store with me, Palm+Cellular, mobile cloud, global positioning system. The virtual keyboard up here is pretty important. Smartwatch, Apple Watch, Apple Vision Pro, QR business codes, wireless communication, fuzzy search, advanced scheduler, different sounds, different alerts, library visual sound alert, voice recorder, AirTags, wire computer move files, contact list, wireless. I invalidate basically every single patent Google and Apple own on the smartphone. They did not invent it. They used my designs. There's more of it here. I'm in the news in this location here. Here we go. The cell phone, the Palm can exchange information with the phone. Palm Pilot with access to internet database search retrieval. So cell phones back then were Nokia. So Nokia with the Palm turns into the smartphone you have. All sorts of stuff. They could call it a million things. Virtual keyboard. Saw that before. The 3-button navigation. There's lots of different stuff here. Saw some of this stuff here. Copy paste. It's like it goes on and on. See, there's more stuff that I not even linked here. It's hundreds of over 100 papers, right? So I'm getting traction. You know, Apple cost their company close. Tim Cook, being a bad CEO, cost the company close to $1 trillion just fighting me. You know, I'm like, dude, I invented the smartphone. Why don't you just recognize me? Why don't you honor me for what I've done? And let's go for a free and open society moving forward. And Tim Cook's like, how about no? He's trying to hide me, right? And then I got some other inventions recently. Self-replicating robots. You don't need to copy the camera. You don't need to copy the CPU. You just have to make electric motors, which everybody knows is just wire. So smelter, drag dirt into a smelter, drag those ingots from the smelter into an extruder. Boom, you have wire. You make self-replicating robots. Cover Mars and solar towers. The solar towers and self-replicated robots now can take AI commands. You move the radiation material in one location, have pebble reactors. That's even more electricity. Cover Mars, Phobos, Deimos, all across with solar towers like down in California. And you harness all their power. And you do Mercury and Venus and paradise planets. You have enough power to send ships off to Alpha Centauri in like 20 years, 30 years. First, you send the robots, techiforms them, and after you techiform them, then you send the seeds for the hydroponic paradise, and then you send the people. Then when they land there, the Jamestown paradox is solved because there'll be paradise planets for them to land and eat and be like virtual Edens. But anyway, I'm one of the smartest people ever live. A lot of people say I'm the #1 scientist of all human history. I've invented many other things past this, way down here. Go on. Like optical navigation that they're using in NVIDIA. Of course, how would I make self-replicating robots if I didn't use like newer camera? If I didn't have a camera that can tell where the robot's at, you know. Xbox Connect, that was part of my research back in Carnegie Mellon with AI here. There's AI here. Anyway, we're just getting off tangent. I invented so much stuff, it's ridiculous. Everybody goes, Jim, you invented so much stuff. Why does a corporation ever hire you? Well, it goes worse than that. I make product that made big tech millions and millions of dollars, right? And they never paid for me. They criminally violate me. So I'm criminally violated for work I've done. It takes many years. Many years after a while adds up to a couple of decades, right? And then all of a sudden I'm old, right? You know, I'm 48 years old, never been paid for anything. I did basically, and also whenever so I make product, I don't get paid for it. When I design, I don't get recognition. There's like they'll actively lift up fake scientists like Fauci, but then the real scientists like myself, we don't get paid. If you're honest, there's not a lot of place for you in a crooked society, right? Anyway, stand behind me. I'm Jim Sager. I'm the father of the smartphone. Getting shouted out by lots of people now. Everybody get together, try to